Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Chika. I wonder if any of you like visual novel game. There's no exploring, but this game look quite good as they using real life scene for some investigation. This game is called Tokyo Psychodemic. As they say, some crime goes unsolved, and this game investigate those crime cases. Since it is a visual novel, there's going to be a lot of talking. Let's see how it is. So the world has changed. The new unknown virus outbreak that began in Tokyo in December 2019 quickly spread across the country with fatality rate of 40%, even higher than that of Ebola hemorrhagic fever. International travel was restricted, and as the area with the most cases, all major roads to Tokyo were sealed off. The capital had been placed under total lockdown. Without effective treatment, the virus spread from the general populace to healthcare workers, the police, the self-defense forces, and finally it reaches the very heart of the nation. Major government officials such as the former Prime Minister, Chief Cabinet Secretary, and Minister of Health, Labor and Welfare became infected one after another and succumbed to the virus. By then, the country's death toll had exceeded 200,000. A new government was hastily established during this state of high alert, and a former infectious disease specialist who discovered a cure for the new virus and saved many lives was appointed as the new prime minister. The new prime minister put many policies for controlling the spread of the virus and preserving the economy into effect, all of which were a great success. The number of infections noticeably decreased, and eventually the pandemic that wrought havoc on the country came to an end. However, the world had still changed, and no matter how small, those changes can be seen everywhere we look. Shinjuku, Tokyo, Sunko Pharmaceutical Building, underground parking lot, 7 a.m. Hey, hard at work I see. Oh, Inspector Motora, sir. That's one hell of a sting. It sure is strong smell, but it's not just the burning flesh. There's something else too. It's kind of smell like dry grass or old oil. It's so strong I feel like I'm going to throw up. Whoa, don't do that in front of the victim. Sorry, sir. Well, okay, it's just part of the victim, but still. How can a person even be burned up like this? Who knows? This underground parking lot is pretty old, but there should still be some security camera that record on videotape. It'll be nice if they caught something, but I won't hold my breath. Oh right, isn't this the pharmaceutical company that developed the cure for the pandemic? And I think the doctor from one of their hospital is, excuse me, coming through. Well, I see he burned up quite nicely. I don't smell gasoline, but despite how severely he was burned, the ground and chair nearby are only slightly charred. How interesting. What business does someone from the agency have here? What agency? Yuki Lawrence Kijima from the Public Security Intelligence Agency under the Ministry of Justice. The Public Security Investigation Agency? I'd like to know why someone who left the Metropolitan Police to join the Ministry of Justice would be here all places. Isn't it natural to visit the scene for cases of interest? As you can see, someone just got burned to death. You won't find any of your terrorists or organized crime group here. Or are you investigating the police in secret? I'm aware that the mastermind behind the incident 5 years ago had contact in the police department. Same with how that harmed trust in the police and all the demotion that happened due to public backlash. Oh, I heard that some psychic cult was planning a terrorist attack. It's certainly no laughing matter when your trusted colleagues turn out to be believers in some criminal cult. But you know the ministry no different, don't you? I heard rumors that they have got believer in there too. What I'm trying to say is that if we don't know who we can trust, we'll never stop doubting each other. Who found the victim? How is that any of your... Just tell me. It was the janitor, Aryo Shuto, age 68. He arrived at the Sanko building at 6 a.m. for work as usual and started cleaning. While heading downstairs to throw out garbage, he noticed smoke and strange smell, then found the body. Though, we say body, but by the time Aryo Shuto found the victim, only his feet were left. Sounds like a case of SHC. One evening in July 1951, the town of St. Petersburg, Florida in the United States, Richard Reeser went to visit his 67-year-old mother, Mary Reeser. He thought he would see his mother reading the book she liked as usual, but was instead greeted by an unbelievable sight. All that was left for her was one foot still wearing slipper and few other bones. There was hardly any trace of her left. The cause of death was being burned at a temperature higher than 1200 degrees, which is above even that of crematoriums. What odd, how do you know that? Was the fire didn't spread to the building where the body was found. Since then, similar incidents have been observed throughout the world. November 1964 in Pennsylvania, March 1986 in New York, January 88 in Southampton, England. It's said that there have been over 200 cases to date. In each of these cases, the source of the fire was unknown, only the victim's body was burned, and that often only the feet were left while the rest of the body was reduced to ash. Since the truth was never made clear, these kind of cases earn themselves a name. Spontaneous human combustion. Oh, I think I heard this before. A phenomenon where the body spontaneously catch fire. Is this some kind of curse or occult thing? No, at least I don't think so. Even if we can't make sense of this case with the knowledge we have, there has to be a reason behind it. A living, breathing person that had to have caused it. That's what I believe. Even if it is due to something paranormal. So you're still chasing after them? I've only heard rumors, but apparently some psychic cult has been kidnapping people and experimenting on them to draw out their psychic power in a plot to take over society. I don't know if the part about psychic power is true, but it got out that people had died due to their experiment. The cult was disbanded, but the truth about their experiments and the existence of psychic is still a mystery. Do you think the cult experiments were successful? Wait, are you seriously asking that? There's no way something as ridiculous as psychic would... Have we even worked on a single case that hasn't been ridiculous? And besides, crimes are crimes, especially because they are abnormal. Looking into unsolved case is what I live for. There's no other reason. Sorry for stepping on your toes. Don't push yourself too hard. You don't have to pursue the truth on your own. I know, but you did get one thing wrong. It's not just me who chased the truth. We all are. 1 month later, Shinjuku, Tokyo. How did it go? The investigation was closed a week later. Spontaneous human combustion was treated as an unsolvable case. They told the news and the victim family that they'd continue to investigate, but the case was actually thrown out. They are getting rid of the evidence and reports. Apparently, it's due to pressure from some government official. The government and police have been more cautious about storing files and evidence ever since the psychic cult case. They don't know if someone might try tampering with them, so all they can do is not hold on to them. You mean they think destroying them is better than keeping redacted documents? That's about right. But I doubt that's the only reason. You think someone behind this? Nobody from the ministry or police should know that we are working behind the scene. That's why we have been avoiding direct contact, only using information brokers to deliver case file, and using code name to hide our identities while communicating online. It's hard to believe that someone will destroy documents just to interfere with our investigation. I think there has to be another reason. You mean that maybe someone wants this case buried as soon as possible? You got it. We'll need to investigate this case ourselves. That's the only way to find out the truth. You go, girl. Here's the autopsy report. He was burned at over 1,000 degrees, with only the feet left behind. I saw the crime scene with my own eyes. Everything above the ankles was burned to ash, even the bone. And despite the high temperature, the fire didn't spread to the rest of the building. That doesn't sound like an ordinary case. Exactly. Any other physical evidence? There's footage from the building security cameras, the victim belongings, and testimonies from those involved. There might be something in security camera footage. I'll send the files to you with the usual method. Thank you. Pomona, you have 1 week. Alright. I'm heading back to the office. My partner is waiting. How are they doing? Same as usual. They're probably taking a nap. Let me know if you figured anything out about the case. I gotta make the police work a little harder. Ooh, am I one of the detectives from the Tomona agency? That's a lot of stickers you have there. Someone in Tokyo. Are you alright? You're making noises in your sleep. You look like you had a bad dream. Was someone chasing you in it? Only a few people should know that we are hiding out here. It's been almost 4 years since we started investigating unsolved cases. There have to be some clues that will lead us to the people we are after, until we uncover them. Oh, a cat! We will never give up the fight. Hi, kitty! Looks like the case file I requested has arrived. Right on time. Information brokers sure are good at their job. Okay. Investigation material package. Okay. Wow. Victim information package. Alright. Some set of crime scene photo and article about pharmaceutical company. Camera. Testimony from victim's colleague and acquaintance. Newspaper article about incident. That's a lot. Burned corpse found in a building garbage dump. Male employee in Tokyo pharmaceutical company. Death of pharmaceutical company employed by immolation. Spontaneous human combustion? Experts are baffled. Nice. Let's start by checking the files for the first unsolved case. We can pin all the evidence onto the wall to get the full picture. This case involved the burned remains of the pharmaceutical company employee being found in his office basement. The aforementioned company and scene of the crime is called Sanko Pharmaceutical. Its history can be traced back to Meiji era. The company appeared to have experienced growth through diversified management in hospitals and health insurance in addition to drug development. The victim name was Mr. Gichi Kuraki, 45 years old. He belonged to the Drug Administration Department of Sanko Pharmaceutical. On the day of the incident, his colleagues testified that he arrived at the office and worked as usual. Janitor who went to throw the garbage in the basement noticed the smell of burning meat. When he looked around, he found a victim who had been burned to ash, leaving only his feet. As for how the remains could be identified as Mr. Kuraki, wow. A wallet containing his employee ID card was found on the scene, and DNA of the feet were matched with that of the victim. According to the autopsy record, the basement did rise in temperature during the incident, but the only possible source of fire would have been the victim's lighter. That shouldn't have been enough to burn his body to nothing. His colleagues testified that he wasn't in conflict with anyone, so the police doubt foul play. Let's check if police missed anything in the autopsy report or testimonies later. This map shows the area around the Sanko Pharmaceutical building, which was the scene of the crime. We can reference it while tracking the victim movement of the day. Since the police found the case too difficult to solve, I heard they were going to rule it as an accident. But was it really an accident? Or is there something the police are overlooking? We'll have to get to the bottom of this case ourselves. Oh, first, we'll figure out what caused the victim to burn so badly. What could have been the source of fire? Let's check the security camera footage from the time of the incident and the photos of the scene taken by the forensic immediately after. Perhaps they'll show something that could have caused the fire. Let's go to the desk. This is equipment for analyzing footage. You can use it to fast forward, rewind, pause, also zoom. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's start the security camera footage from the time of the incident. Put the tape labeled Sanko Pharmaceutical Building B2 security camera into the video deck. Alright. Video 1. And then V. Z. Let's fast forward a little bit. Oh, something coming. There's the victim. I wonder where he went. According to the blueprint, that's the way to the garbage room. Oh, he's back. He's standing in the shadow of that pillar, so we can't see what's he doing. Oh, is something burning? Could that be Victor? That's taking some time for him to burn. What's going on here? We can't tell what happened because the security camera didn't catch the most crucial moment. Let's try checking a photo of the crime scene next. I've scanned a photo we just put on the evidence board and saved them on the PC. If we perform a thorough check with the image analysis, we should be able to find some clue. We should start the photo of the place where the victim remains were found. Let's put a photo of the display for the analysis. Oh, okay. Damn, that's gruesome. Okay. Error, target cannot be, please take screenshot while zoom. There we go. Zoom. It's a lighter. This image will be put in the computer. Let's see what our colleague have to say about the picture we just took. This is Darkbit, our own hidden corner of the internet. Everyone in this site has the same goal that we do. They'll help us find the truth behind these cases using their specialized knowledge and skill. Alright, let's put the picture up. It sounds like lighter was most likely the cause of fire. We'll put that on the evidence board as our hypothesis. But that still leaves the question of how the victim body could have been burned this badly. There has to be reason behind this. Alright. We should check other crime scene photo. Alright. Let's put it on here. I think this is the only way. Sprinkle. Is there anything else from the crime scene? No, I think that's all. This is the garbage area. Let's just take everything. Oh, I need to zoom in a little bit. White container, that's all. Anything else? No, I don't think so. A burn bill. Oops. Let's take everything. There you go. We should check for more stuff. I think that's all. Close. Dark web. What caused the high temperature that would be necessary to burn? Lit cigarettes can come close to 1000 Celsius while being smoked. However, I wouldn't say that's enough. 1000 Celsius? Okay, let's see. Cigarette butt. But even if they were properly extinguished, they wouldn't be hot enough. Shoes, wallet, plastic bottle, plastic bag. I'm just a doctor, but I don't think a plastic bottle will spontaneously combust. According to the autopsy report, the plastic bottle contained alcohol. I see, very interesting. Is it possible that alcohol was the source of fire? Chemicals have both an auto-ignition temperature and flash point. A spontaneous combustion is related to auto-ignition temperature. Even at high concentration, alcohol only combusts at around 220 degrees Celsius. That's very high. However, its flash point is low. So if I'm close proximity to fire, it ignites at about 13 degrees. Plastic bottle containing alcohol was found near the victim. It might not be the source of fire, but it might be related to why he burned to death. The label on the bottle says ethanol. Most people know that ethanol is a type of alcohol. Ethanol is produced when fermenting alcohol beverages, so they contain some of it as well. Let's see, what would cause the high rise of the temperature? Maybe ethanol? White container? Why was it the site in the first place? Did someone else bring it there, or could I have been a victim himself? Speaking of which, the case file that the information broker delivered to us from the police should include a videotape labeled oh, you're right. Let's go and check it out. It looks like the victim went out right before the incident. Let's take a look. Oh, there's the victim. We'll watch a bit longer to see which direction he went. To the right. He left the office and headed to the right. We'll check the footage of him coming back too. I'm changing the footage to the same spot 14 minutes later. Oh, he's coming. Look, he didn't have anything when he left the office. But now he's holding something. Could it have something to do with the case? So perhaps it was the victim himself who brought the cause of the high temperature to the scene. No, it's possible that the bag containing something unrelated to the case. It took about 15 minutes for the victim to return, which means 7 to 8 minutes each way. Where could he go with that time? We'll have to retrace the victim footage before the incident. What route did the victim take? We'll have to check the footage from the nearby security camera. The victim didn't leave the trail when returning to the office from the point A. Out of the two possible routes, which did he take? Looks like you have run into a problem. In our current surveillance society, there are tons of security cameras installed around town. Parking lots, shops, private property, you name it. You can narrow down which one to check if you know what you're looking for. Of course, we can't hack any that aren't connected to a network. But that also means that as long as it is on network, we can hack it. Just call it one of my special skills. You want to know where the victim went, right? Then in that case, if we get a footage of the fork and each possible route, we can probably figure out which way he went. There is one security camera on a corner at point A. Looks like it has footage of the victim. I'll hack into it and send you the data. Thank you. Alright. Where's the victim? Oh, there you go. Which way he going? Now it's to the left. Looks like the victim turned left from point A, B. From point A, the road split at point B. If we follow the footage from the security camera near point B, we should be able to figure out where the victim went. Yeah, I don't think he come over here, so I'm going to check. Is it this one? Oh, there you go. There's victim. It looks like this was the right direction. Looks like the victim turned right from point B. The road split into three. If we follow the footage, let's see. Again, two security camera near C. There should be footage of the victim on one or both of those cameras. I'll hack them now. Oh, there he is. So he's going to the store. Let's keep watching to see what he's doing. Looks like he bought a bottle, but we can't see the label from this angle. Let's just compare to see if anything from the crime scene matched the bottle. Screenshot. Yep, there is one. Let's see, put something you think is match. Compare. This high match rate. I think it's safe to say they are the same thing. So the bottle at the crime scene was probably the same one that the victim bought. I think I've heard a little about ethanol, but we need more information. Do you still have questions about ethanol? We want to know more detailed information about ethanol. Ethanol is also known as ethyl alcohol. It qualifies as hazardous material under the Fire Service Act, and it ignites at about 13 degrees, with the flame reaching about 1700 degrees. I should have article about ethanol. Okay. Let's see. Evidence is definitely ethanol. Won't produce high temperature, but it can be considered a catalyst. Now the question is, why would the victim buy ethanol? So far, our investigation hasn't uncovered the reason why the victim bought ethanol. Think we should ask him for a second opinion. Who? Going to Fuchu prison. Oh, we were never short of cases as member of EY detective agency, but my mentor ended up getting arrested. Okay. Let's go. Why am I living in basement? Oh, I guess that's all. I kinda like the investigation though. How do you guys think about this game? You can let me know in a comment. And don't forget to hit the like button as well. I will also link the shop in the description so you guys can try it out as well if you guys are interested. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys again in the next demo. Bye!